Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, of course, today's no different. Today, we're back to talk about Andy Cohen, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. We've heard a lot and we've discussed a lot, but now we're hearing that the network was actually pushing Andy to be a little harsh. So we're going to get into all of that and those details. But before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it's no secret that Andy Cohen said on his show, his radio show, that he asked Erika everything that the fans wanted to know. So we heard that, and a lot of us are wondering, is that true, or are you just kind of getting us hyped for the reunion, but really you didn't ask the tough questions after all? Well, for him, he said that he left nothing on the table, and that was it. Even though it was tough, he did it. Well, now we're hearing from another source, a separate source, actually two separate sources, that there was a reason for this. It wasn't just because the fans wanted Andy to ask Erika, where's the money? Did you know anything? What actually happened with the car accident? Why didn't you bring Tom to the hospital allegedly and get the surgery that they were suggesting? We have a lot of those questions. And I guess it wasn't because of us that he asked them. This is what's being said. As per the network's request, Andy didn't go easy on Erika during the taping. The source told The Sun that the network expects this to be one of the highest rated reunions, so they encouraged Andy to go there, and not only go there, but take it all the way there with the questions without exposing the show or Erika to any more legal issues. So it sounded like he had his work cut out for him because he had to, again, ask the hard-hitting questions, but make sure he wasn't going to get Erika in any more legal trouble or have anything questioned where, you know, you have attorneys on the side, especially like Ronald Richards, for example. Ronald Richards is waiting for a slip up, I believe, because, well, if he catches something and if you say something that kind of leads him to where maybe something might be or what you might have known, then it's a win for him and other attorneys involved too, like the trustees. There are so many people involved at this point that are looking into Erika's finances, trying to figure out where things went. And if there is a slip up and they catch it, yes, you better bet your ASS that it will definitely cause a few more issues for Erika. It was said that furthermore, the source confirmed that Bravo concocted a very strategic plan to ask Erika all of the hard-hitting questions right out of the gate, right up front on the reunion, because, well, what if she would have bolted? So they got all of that out of the way just in case Erika left the set, dipped out of the scene. They made sure we're going to get these questions asked and you need to answer them. This is part of her job. She's contractually obligated. She has to sit there and take it. And like Andy Cohen said on last night's episode of Watch What Happens Live with Sarah Paulson and Lisa Rinna, she answered about 98, 99% of the questions. So, okay, but it keeps going. They also added that there is a lot to cover here. So Erikas Story definitely took front and center when it came to the reunion, but the plan was to shoot most of the difficult questions first. So pretty much, if Erika decided to leave, they had that information. Now, Andy did confirm that there were no walk-offs this year, which is definitely celebrated because, like I've said before, this is a 12 to 14-hour filming day. And when the women walk off and they want that dramatic effect and they're like, I can't do this and I need a moment, it really just adds like another 30 minutes to an hour for production to be there, the camera people. It delays everyone's time, including Andy's. People have families, they have other shit to do, and they don't want to sit there with you all day while you're wiping your tears because you can't handle the job that you signed up for. And technically, the reunion is one of the biggest parts of that job. If you don't own it in the reunion, if you don't bring it all, that could be your last reunion. Andy Cohen has said this. Not only do you need a killer season, but it really does depend on how you act and show up at the reunion. Let's keep it moving. They also added that there were several clashes and Erika left the reunion unhappy because of the line of questioning. As for the topics that the singer, well, former singer, I don't even know if she's singing or not anymore. The topics that she was forced to address throughout the day, we've heard it's the alleged mistresses, it's the missing money, it's the $25 million lawsuit Erika's facing, Tom's dementia, the car accidents, her son's accident, the burglar, literally everything that the fans want to know. And I'm glad the network was pushing for, Andy Cohen to ask these hard-hitting questions right out of the gate, because one, well, she could have very easily have walked off, and that would have presented a problem for her probably for future, seasons if she did want to return, which I would imagine she would, because at this point, from what we're hearing, this is her main source of income. But also, I'm happy that, the network was like, the fans have all of these questions. It's all over social media. They're making headlines every single day. We need to answer these questions. We owe this to the fans. If you're going to produce a whole show and have someone's life heavily featured, yeah, the viewers do deserve to get to know something. We have questions. As for Erika's social media, well, it has been one of the biggest talks because everyone, is watching her on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, posting these risque photos, liking certain tweets, going back and forth with Ronald Richards. And there was one fan who called out some of this behavior, kind of defended Erika, but said, I don't see Ronald Richards or any of you other haters harassing Coach Shaw, even though he's literally in the same situation as Erika. Now, she did like this tweet, and to be fair, I'm going to give this one to Erika. Coach Shaw really hasn't received the same backlash as Erika Girardi. Now, he's not out here boasting this lavish lifestyle, but he was still living in the Shaw Chalet. He's not spending $40,000 a month on glam. It's some might say that he's not getting the same treatment because he's a man. It really is. It's interesting, but also he didn't build a whole persona based off of, it's expensive to be me and flaunting and flashing all of his riches. So I can see I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, but yes, I do agree. How does Coach Shaw have this marriage, this 25-year plus marriage with this woman? She's bringing in millions of dollars, and you don't know any of this that's going on when you're giving her pep talks every day and nobody's questioning you. To be fair, there is a little bit of hypocrisy here. So again, I'm giving this one to Erika. Obviously, you know that last night was the newest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where we get more stories that are coming out about Tom Girardi confronting a burglar, having to get eye surgery, her son driving in the snow and rolling his car 5 times, and Kyle, Dorit, Maurizio, and PK kind of questioning the situation. Nobody really understood because there's so many red flags in these stories. And not to say that they couldn't be true. They definitely could be. But it's like the way that they're being pieced together, it really makes you wonder what the hell is happening. It almost sounds like Dorit said bonkers. So we're going to jump into all of that today. We'll be talking with Emily D. Baker and, of course, Jason from Down with Jason. We'll be talking with both of them at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's literally in about an hour or so. So depending on when I put up this video, but that's today. So make sure you guys tune in for that because you won't want to miss it. Also, I want to know what your opinions are when it comes to the network forcing Andy to ask the hard-hitting questions. Do you agree with that? Are you excited that the network pushed for this? Because there's a lot of anticipation for this reunion. Like they said, this could be one of the highest rated reunions in housewife history. I don't think they're wrong, honestly. And now we've heard that we will be getting that reunion. Lisa Rinna said sometime around October 6th, but we heard it's about 5 weeks from now. So again, we'll have to wait and see. So go ahead, answer those questions. Let me know what you're looking forward to most. What do you think about Andy Cohen asking the hard-hitting questions up front in case Erika bolted? I'm sure you guys have opinions, so go ahead and let me have them. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.